Hello out there. It's me again. I did decide on a name. It is called Frustrated to Fabulous with Lady J. I'm going to talk about my VSG journey. I did leave out some information that I think you guys probably would need to know as far as insurance wise and the things that I went through to get my insurance involved. The first thing I wanted to say is the insurance. I started my journey, I started thinking about it in September. I called and got an appointment. My insurance only required 3 supervised weight loss classes before I could be submitted for the surgery. And so I completed my classes. They worked with me, and somebody canceled, I was able to get in. And so that's how I pretty much got here. I have Cigna insurance. When I called them, they were like, yes, we're going to approve it, blah, blah, blah. There was no delay with my insurance, and I knew they weren't going to delay. I had a lap band in 2006. I want to say April or May. I can't remember. It's 2016, sorry. And I had that in, and I was doing very well. The weight pretty much dropped off. I think I lost like 30 pounds, and you could really see it on me. And shortly after, I was going through selling my house. I built a new house. In the process of selling my house, our house sold within 30 days. So we had to move out of our house very quickly, and move in with my sister-in-law. She let us stay with her. I was so thankful she was able to do that for us. So we stayed with her for about 3 weeks until our house was finished. While we were waiting to move into our house, my mom passed away. Had to fly to California, bury her, January 6th of 2018. Then we came back. I closed on my house 2 days after I got back from California to bury my mom and settle her affairs with my brother and my family and his wife. And after that, we had a kind of like an ice, I don't know if it was an ice storm or what have you, last year. And I had a sheet of ice in my driveway. So I was in my house for 5 days, and I slipped. I had Uggs on. And I slipped in my driveway, and I was looking at the stars. I mean, I went completely wiped out, completely. And I did not realize I had injured my ankle until like 3 months later, when my foot swelled up, my ankle swelled up, my foot swelled up, and I couldn't get it in my shoe. I couldn't stand on it. I didn't know what was wrong with it. I had forgotten I had fallen, ended up going to a podiatrist, and I saw that, and all of that happened. So I was in my boot. I couldn't walk anymore. So everything just kind of snowballed for me. And then I started getting acid reflux really bad, to a point where I was choking in my sleep. And I said, that's enough. I had to. And so they removed it August 15th of this year. And so, and as soon as they took it out, the weight, I don't know what happened. It's just like my body just started retaining weight, and my weight shot up. And when I realized I was literally 12 pounds away from being 300 pounds, that was it for me. I made my decision. That was it for me. I started having sugar diabetes symptoms. I started having, getting the shakes and stuff like that, just feeling weird, just kind of off balance, confused, different things like that. But every time I go to get my blood work done, I did not have sugar diabetes. I did have problems in the past with hypoglycemia. And so it was just too much. It was too much. And I said, well, I have to do something. And so that's how I got to the place where I'm going to do the the sleeve. And so I knew I didn't want to do the bypass. I've seen a lot of people with the bypass. Some of them eyes are bulging out. They look unhealthy. They either look extremely thin or they just look sickly. And I didn't want to go that route. And so I thought the sleeve would probably do me better. And so I talked to somebody who actually had it. She looks wonderful. She's doing great with it. And so I just decided that was going to be the best thing and the best route for me. And so everything went very quickly. The weight loss classes, I went to 3. They weigh you every time you go. They give you, information and participation. I just think I'm a little more educated now. Again, I'm not a spring chicken. I'm 49 years old. And, I can't eat what I used to eat when I was 20. And even though I'm in school and I graduated April 27th of this year, earlier this year, but I'm back in a program, a different program now. And so getting a degree as well. And I'll graduate May of 2021. And so, and I still work my full-time job, and I'm a public servant. So, and that's as far as I'm going with my employment. But you deal with a lot. I deal with a lot of people with mental illness. I deal with a lot of people who are disabled. And so those are very taxing as well, emotionally sometimes. And that can be a stressor for me. I have sympathy pangs when I see people crying. That's not easy for me. At times my heart just breaks when I see somebody that's really going through and having a hard time. My heart just breaks. I melt. It's terrible. You would think that as long as I've lived, I would develop some sort of defense mechanism, but I have not. I am still very compassionate when it comes to people who need help. So that's how I got here, and just kind of give you a little bit of history for me. I'm in the parking lot in my car again, waiting on my granddaughter to come out from basketball practice. So I said, let me update, and I wanted to give you a little bit more information. I do have my date. My date is January the 16th. I will post the day of. I will post before surgery and after surgery. I want to be as forthtelling as possible, maybe to help somebody to make a decision or not make a decision. This may be for you, it may not be for you. I decided to go this route for me, and I think that this was the best choice for me. I'm very excited about it. I've learned a lot as far as things that I can do to try to take and eat better. As far as I want to be well inside and out. That's very important for me. I want to be around when my grandchildren grow up. I want to be able to run when they want to run and race and play in the snow and all the other stuff that, kids do when they come over to their grandparents' house. I don't want to be out of breath because I can't run, because I'm carrying almost 300 pounds on my frame. I'm naturally a skinny person. And so I when I started this journey, and what made me make the decision, I was 287 pounds. That's not good. It's not good. Just a little under 5'9", maybe 5'8.5" or 3/4. I don't know. I may be shrinking now. I'm almost 50. So, but nevertheless, it's too much for anybody to weigh at any weight. I'm considered morbid obese, and that's not a good thing either. And so, like I said, I want to live life. When I get ready to retire, I want to be able to see the world. I want to travel this next year. I want to go on a cruise. I want to live, and take some time, some me time. And that's something that I failed to do. But I'm going to do better. In 2020, I'm going to do better. So today is December 30th, 2019. On the 2nd, which is Thursday, I will complete my final 4-hour informative meeting that I need to go to before the surgery. The surgery date is January 16th at 9:30 in the morning. Dr. Ditzler will be my surgeon. He is a great guy. Very informative, very nice, very kind person. And his staff is wonderful as well. And so I just think that, I know you can see a shadow on my face. That's because it's dark out here. It's 5:45 in the evening. I wish I had some light I could give myself. Well, maybe that's a little better. But nevertheless, just kind of wanted to give you guys an update of really what got me to this place. And as you can see, I've gone through quite a bit of changes in the last 2 years of my life. And you know, I've had some happy moments and I've had some very low moments because my mom passed away. And so you know, life happens. You know, we have to be able to roll with it. You know, one thing the Bible says is man is sure to be born and sure to die, and we get one life. And I don't want to live this life sick. I don't want to live this life diseased or on medication for the rest of my life. That's not the way of the Lord. He said, and I believe the word said he wills that we prosper even as our soul prospers. So if my soul is prospering, which it is, then my body needs to prosper as well. And so I need to be a good steward over my temple. I need to eat better. I did find some good things for my liquid diet, which starts on Thursday. I have lost 8 pounds. I was sick as a dog last weekend, and I couldn't hold any food in my stomach. And so I kind of lost my appetite. So I ate Jell-O and drank water all weekend. And so I ended up losing 8 pounds. And so, but nevertheless, I found some good things, some good, what do you call it? Broth. I found chicken bone broth, and it has 7 grams of protein. And so I will post all the food once I get it in the house and everything. I've got Jell-O, I've got my unsweetened applesauce, I have my Premier protein shakes, I have protein water, I have frozen strawberries and mango strawberry mix. I've got both of those. I can make smoothies with spinach and bananas for potassium and all of that. So I'm looking forward, and I know I can probably just do this the first week of the liquid diet, because I think it's clear liquids the week before and the week after the surgery. So I won't be able to have any smoothies, but I will be able to do the other foods that I have. I've got Jell-O, non-sweet Jell-O, or unsweetened Jell-O, whatever you want to call it. But I do have those things, and I plan on following the rules, because I want to succeed at this, in this journey. I don't want to go through all of this and then fail 6 months down the line, or fail a year later. This is a lifestyle change, and it is a decision that you've got to stick with. One thing that you don't have to worry about, I'm a very consistent person. I'm very consistent. And so when I make my mind up to do something, that's what I'm going to do. And nobody can talk me out of it. It's just, it is. I've never been a victim of peer pressure. I don't do anything I don't want to do. I don't care how many times you ask me. I don't care if you blew in the face or something great blow up in you. It's not going to happen. If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. I've never been that person that you can like get to do something that I don't want to do. So, but at the same time, I'm consistent with what I do want to do. And so, that consistency is very important when you're dieting when you're changing your life. I know they say it takes 21 days to they say it's 21 days to make a create a new habit. That's very true, but it also takes consistency past the 21 days to keep it going. And so walking and drinking the water and not drinking the sweet drinks and staying away from the carbonated drinks and all of that is the lifestyle change. I'm not a soda drinker. I think I drink soda socially. If I do that, most of the time when I go out, I was drinking strawberry lemonade. That's my favorite drink. And milk. I love milk. So I'm going to have to, dumb down the milk and not do the strawberry lemonade, so that's so many calories. So, like I said, I want to live, and I think that these changes that I decided to make will be the ones that will definitely help catapult me into what I want to do. My goal is to lose 100 pounds. I weighed myself today. I was 282 with my phone in my hand. So when I weighed myself before with nothing on, it was 280. I was rubbing my eyes. I was like, this can't be right, But again, I didn't eat anything but Jell-O most of the weekend. So, but nevertheless, this is me. And again, this is Frustrated to Fabulous with Lady J. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.